wonderful sweet baby. So today we're going to be doing a Baddies Midwest review on episodes 1 and 2. So Lemmy's Diabolical Tale Self actually dropped 2 episodes of Baddies Midwest. And before I get into my thoughts, I just want to throw this in there. I feel like he did this because of all of the hype that the whole Chrisean and Tesekhi sit down received from last week. So I feel like now he's trying to get that whole situation out of the way so then we could really focus on what the rest of the season's really about. One thing about Lemmy that we can actually admire is that the man is an incredible businessman. But I digress, let's get into the episode. So in Baddies Midwest Part 1, we pretty much see, all the girls gathering up, and all the girls were pretty much getting ready to hop on the PJ. It was really only for the original girls though. And even before that, we actually could admire that this season here, they've got a huge budget. In this season, the intros looked so much richer than the other intros that we've ever seen before. So on the PJ, we've had Natalie, which of course we have to put Natalie on the PJ. Then there was Scotty and Jayla pulling up in a Lambo. Then we had Tesekhi, Rollie, Anna, and Biggie. So all of them pretty much hopped on the PJ and they were pretty much talking. And then that's when they mentioned that they were going to take a pit stop to Oklahoma. In the midst of that, pretty much Natalie explained that she felt like Tesekhi and Chrisean had to actually have a sit down. One little shady thing that I actually noticed about Natalie in this situation is she made it seem like Chrisean was thirsty for money because she had just gotten out of prison or jail, whatever one. So she claimed that Chrisean had came crawling to her and started saying like, hey, I really need some money, pretty much fit me in where I could fit in on Baddies Midwest. So then that's when pretty much all the girls started being messy and trying to make Tesekhi feel like she should definitely have a sit down with Chrisean. Because of course, this is not something Tesekhi wanted to do. So they pretty much hyped her up to want to do this, and she ended up actually following through with it. So before Tesekhi and Chrisean had their sit down, Jayla, Rollie, and Scotty, as well as Natalie, all sat down with Chrisean beforehand. I feel like this whole little sit down before Tesekhi and Chrisean happened was a little messy. It's just kind of like I felt like there was a lot of little shade thrown in here and there. And I just really felt like a lot of them were being fake. Really, all of them were being fake. Like you could tell that, Chrisean was trying to say that Natalie still be cheating on her husband, allegedly. And you could tell that they were trying to say that Chrisean really still be, throwing them, shots back. And she also likes to roll up every now and again, allegedly. So yeah, it was just a whole little messy dinner. And keep in mind, during the entirety, Chrisean was holding Chrisean Jr. So Natalie briefly mentions who's all going to be on the cast, and she pretty much mentions that Jaden Alexis is also going to be a part of the cast as well. Chrisean actually said nothing bad about Jaden Alexis. The pretty much only person she really had issues with was Tesekhi. So pretty much when Tesekhi pulls up, she actually sees her other sister there, which is named Chastity. And Chastity's pretty much the girl in the pink. She had already been crying prior because I guess she just didn't know what to expect. She was overwhelmed. So pretty much, Tesekhi just jumped straight into everything and was just kind of like, where's my apology? And she also just doesn't understand why Chrisean got her jumped. So this conversation pretty much, blew over, and then we ended up seeing the whole viral clip of Chrisean saying what she said. Tesekhi was definitely shocked, but it didn't really give what it gave in the preview. Like, she didn't really storm out right away. She let things kind of fester before she stormed out. And these two for certainly got a chance to actually sit down by themselves without anybody until towards the end where the conversation kind of got a little heated. Because Anna and Biggie actually wanted to come for moral support, but Chrisean actually did not want them to come. Which, good on her end, because if she had Marsh and Janet, or whatever the girl's name was, and how that whole situation went down, I mean, it could have happened the same, pretty much. So pretty much into part 2 of it all, Chrisean and Tesekhi really got nowhere with their conversation. Chrisean was just holding on to Junior the entire time. And even one of Tesekhi's friends had to kind of intervene because she was just not understanding some things either. She didn't understand of, Chrisean's allegations. Like, why would you want to be around her and come live with her again if these allegations were true? Chrisean was ducking and dodging them questions just like she was ducking and dodging moving around every time she seen Tesekhi get out of her seat. So pretty much since Tesekhi couldn't put the pause on Chrisean because she was holding Chrisean Jr., she was really just ready to get up out of there. And then Tesekhi even accused Chrisean of drinking while she had, Junior up in her tummy. So after Tesekhi left, Chrisean still kept with the little jabs here and there, but couldn't really say nothing to Tesekhi's face. So then pretty much after that, it was pretty much a wrap for Chrisean. Diamond then makes her great return. She was pretty much dressed differently. Her and Scotty and Natalie had a little convo. During that convo, Rollie actually gets brought up. I feel like Scotty was trying to egg on DTB, and then that's why she pretty much was trying to rile her up and make it seem like Diamond was running from FaZe. And that's when Diamond cleared it up and was like, I ain't never ran from a FaZe. That's why me and Tesekhi went at it twice. So Natalie mentions that there's going to be a whole mixture that happens, and that's when Diamond's like, well, I'm going to go and change. After that, we get introduced to Akbar and Jaden Alexis. They talk for a little bit, then Natalie brings up that, her and Chrisean were talking and that they brought up Jaden. Jaden mentions that, that they don't really have any bad blood towards each other. And Natalie even says, like, yeah, Chrisean didn't say nothing bad about you. So Anna, Rollie, Biggie, Tesekhi, they all pretty much meet up. And also Jayla was there too. They pretty much have like a little heartfelt moment about the whole situation that happened with Chrisean. And then they pretty much get ready to go to the mixer to meet up with the rest of the girls. Pretty much during this mixer, we pretty much see that Tinkerbella actually comes in. She's turned up. She's ready to, hang out with the girls. So, she pretty much gets a chance to meet Akbar and Jaden. Because that's really the only two girls that she didn't really know. All of a sudden, Rollie gets up and she's ready to storm straight towards the door. It's because Diamond was in outfit number 2 with her mouth guard on and her movable clothes as well as the, swimming cap so she could put the paws on Rollie. So at this moment, Rollie walked right on past Natalie and the two of them was pretty much ready to get it cracking. They didn't do too much talking and pretty much DTB did what she needed to do. So here's my thoughts. I definitely see what Chrisean was doing in the midst of her wanting to do this sit down. I feel like Natalie already kind of let the cat out the bag that Chrisean was desperate for money. So she wanted to do this whole sit down and stir up some controversy and do what she does to become viral. Because at the end of the day, she knows what she has to do to be viral, even if it means that she has to stir up some controversy. I'm still unaware if her allegations are actually true or not because I really wasn't there. But I could definitely see what the energy was on, especially after seeing the episode. Even in this moment, once Tesekhi actually decided to dip off and leave, Chrisean, even in a most commercial way, actually said, I'm here to do my thing. Like, I'm here to come back. And then she was like, I have a whole little show coming out. I do gospel music. My show is da 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 da. So it was like she was really trying to be commercial to promote her own stuff here on Baddies because she needs money. And then she was hanging on to Chrisean Jr. for dear life because she knew that if she would have placed him down for any given moment, Tesekhi would have muka maka her. Also during this moment, Tesekhi actually mentioned that Chrisean was, getting her sip on while she was pregnant with Junior. Chrisean actually decided to deny these allegations, but I do want to show you guys these pictures. So these are pictures of Chrisean being allegedly, pregnant. Here's some more pictures of her being allegedly pregnant. She has her a little, in her hand. And then here's her some more. That's her sipping on a little something. Pregnant, but and she's denying all these allegations. I'm just showing the pictures because she's denying allegations. And these are things that her actual baby daddy is actually saying about her as well. But because Chrisean is denying allegations, I'm going to say allegedly for all of these allegations. DTB and Rollie was the first, situation that we seen going down. I don't give a damn what anybody said. DTB stood on business. Rollie was about to fumble and fall like the big giant that she is. I feel like a lot of people underestimate DTB because she does a lot of trolling. But one thing we're not about to do is say that she does not have hands. She came in there and stood on the business that she was supposed to stand on. Rollie did all of this because her child was mentioned and damn near fell. And the whole restaurant would have shook. But that's my opinion. What's yours?